Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Rogues and the Batman universe. As today we are looking at another figure from Batman Arkham City Wave 4, we are looking at Talia. And I believe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is the only second time that Talia has ever been released in action figure form. The only other time that I'm aware of is from the Batman animated series line, that she came in a 4-pack with Talia Al Ghul, Batman, and I believe Batgirl. And that was the only time that Talia has ever been made into an action figure form until now from the Batman Arkham City video game series that is brought to us by DC Collectibles. And she is a beautiful looking figure. I really like the way that DC Collectibles is making their female figures. They look and feel like they should. They're in good proportion sizes, and sometimes the toy manufacturers don't quite get the female form right in action figure form, or just a basic plastic form, that, you know, the arms are really spindly and things like that. But DC Collectibles did a really good job on Talia here. We'll bring her in closer, get a look at her head sculpt. And I love her green eyes. They're kind of this piercing green, as she would be looking for her beloved Bruce Wayne. And I love the purple that's in the outfit, and even just the darker purple, or the it's almost, yeah, it's a purple. I was almost going to say the camera looks like it's blue, but in person it's a really deep purple that's in part of her corset. And just the detailing work that is done in here is really good. You kind of see the little zipper that's on her for the corset, which is, I think, is a nice little touch. In package, it kind of looked like a little paint blemish or something like that, but if you can get in close to it, the camera could pick it up. Gonna focus. You can kind of see the zipper right on there, and just the buckle work that is done on her, and you even can see some of the stitching lines that are done. Of course, you could see the DC Comics information there on her leg, which I think that could have been hidden just a little bit better than the extra work that is done on the boots as well. Even just the buckles and the snaps. DC Collectibles just does a fantastic job in sculpting their figures, and they don't chintz out on the back either, even just as far as pockets. And this is exactly how she looks in the video game. So as you're, watching Talia, walk in the video game, as you're controlling the Batman character, all of the, just the intricate artwork that's on the back of her outfit, and again, snaps and buttons and buckles and all those things that are on the gloves are just done tremendously. Even as far as the hairpiece that she's wearing here, a little bandana. Sorry, women out there, if I don't know exactly what this piece is called, but her hair is just sculpted beautiful. You can see the different shading that they've put into the hair, how it flows really nicely over her back. I think it's just done very, very well. She has a minimal amount of articulation, not as much as Nightwing that we have seen, kind of more of the standard DC Collectibles, but you can turn her head almost a full 360. Her hair does kind of get in the way on both sides, but that's about a normal range of motion for any human in general, so it's not like she can't look left or right, and I think she can very well. Her head is on a ball joint, so she can rotate from side to side and back and forth, and she gets a lot more range of motion than Nightwing did, which is a little bit of disappointment, that Nightwing didn't have as much head rotation as Talia does. Her arms do come out on a ball joint, so they can go out, back and forth. She has a turn up at the bicep. Her elbow bends, and she turns at the glove. So there is no wrist rotation. They put the rotation back here in her glove or her forearm. She does not have the Jean-Claude Van Damme split action, but it's just the forward, and the surprising thing on Talia, her leg can bend back quite a bit, which it makes her look kind of awkward. Not that you would have her in a pose like that, but maybe she's doing a backwards kick I guess you could kind of think that she would be. And then she does bend at the knee and also has a swivel in the boot. My right leg on Talia was really, really stiff trying to get this knee to bend, and I actually thought it might kind of break at first, so I was very careful. That's something with the DC Collectibles figures, that a lot of the joints are really, really stiff the first time they're coming out of package. And I have seen some people break some of the figures because they're trying to get the joints to move. So that's really my only major complaint with DC Collectibles. I wish they would kind of go through, you know, an articulation quality control with the figures before they put them into package, because sometimes the paint kind of really seizes up the figures, that they may not totally be dry, and sometimes that is the thing that breaks your figures. So be very careful when you're first getting them out of package. That I have noticed that some of these figures are a little on the stiff side. She does come with one accessory. She comes with a sword here, and like Nightwing's Eskrima sticks, Talia's sword is highly detailed. So if you were to pop in the video game, this is the sword that she's using in the video game. Even with all of the markings that are on here and just the way the blade is cut, I think this is a nice looking piece. At first when I got her out of package, the sword was off to the side, that her hand is closed. It's open but closed at the same time. Her fingers are molded together. And I thought, great, well, how are you going to get this sword in here? And they have it tapered down just enough that the tip of the handle could slide right through, and then the handle gets a little bit bigger so it stays wedged in her hand, and she's able to hold it very well. So again, a nice little addition to be able to have Talia here with a weapon that she used in the game from time to time. Now, unlike Nightwing, Talia does have a bio in the Batman Arkham City Strategy Guide by Brady Games. So we'll take a look at the bio really quick. As you can see, it's a really good likeness. There's Talia right there. So I think they did a really good job of sculpting Talia from the video game art that they have. Her hair color is brown. Her eyes are green, if you can kind of see that. And her height is 5 foot 7 inches, and she weighs 141 pounds. This says, hopefully we can keep this in frame here for you. It says real name Talia Al Ghul. Occupation, she's an assassin, and she's based in, that's not Mobile, like Mobile, Alabama. She's mobile. She is all over the globe. So it says the headstrong daughter of Ra's al Ghul, the on-again, off-again lover of Bruce Wayne, Talia Al Ghul is second in command of the League of Assassins. A master at hand-to-hand combat and swordplay, Talia has dueled with Batman on several occasions and considers him an honorable opponent. Despite Batman's elusiveness, her attraction to him has only increased, an attraction that her father encourages in his made quest for a male heir. Despite Batman's excuse me, I already read that, Rob. Talia knows that one day she may be forced to choose between her father and her beloved. So I think that was a nice little write-up. Again, that is an unlockable write-up that you can get from collecting the Riddler trophies in the video game, or if you have the strategy guide like I do, you can just read the write-up right then. So the write-ups are kind of written as they are in the video game. And Talia's other claim to fame is we'll bring up Bruce Wayne here, the infected Bruce Wayne from Series 1, is that, oh, get these two in frame here just a little bit better. Talia and Bruce Wayne have a son, Damian. So this Damian figure is from the Batman and Son line, and it came with the Tim Drake Robin. I think this is a nice look to be able to have the little family unit here together. And I guess we can bring up Grandpa, if you will, from the Arkham City line. So we have Ra's al Ghul, Talia Al Ghul, Damian Al Ghul Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne. So you can have a nice little dysfunctional family, if you will. And they did make a Batman Incorporated Damian, Robin. So being able to put all of them together really looks well together. And even though Damian is not in Arkham City at all, or even really mentioned, this Robin looks really good with the Arkham City Batman, and if I were to bring up the kind of standard Batman as I dump these figures here, there's the standard Batman that you could pick up, so I think being able to intermix the different lines really works well together. So this is going to do it for Talia. She's a definite welcome to the Batman Arkham City line of figures, and I was really kind of shocked that we were going to get a Talia. I thought she should have definitely been one. She plays a key part in the Arkham City video game along with Talia Al Ghul. So even though it took a little while and the video game is almost approaching 2 years old now, it's still nice to see that DC Collectibles is still continuing on with the Batman Arkham City theme as the comic book series is still going on. So that's going to wrap it up for me today. This has been Rob Rogues for the Batman universe, and as always, we will see you guys next time.